Across 5 films and now a prequel, Final Destination has shown us one thing: you cannot cheat death. You can delay it, you can outsmart it, maybe even warn a couple people that it's coming for them, but no one really escapes the pattern. And just when we thought we understood all the rules to the franchise, Final Destination Bloodlines dropped something subtle, something a little bit creepy, and unsettling. A red 1967 Plymouth Belvedere appears in the very first scene of the movie, and then again in the very last scene. It's the same car, same atmosphere, but no explanation. So today we're breaking down what that red car is, what it represents, and what that could actually mean for the future of the franchise. Now if you haven't watched Final Destination Bloodlines, make sure you go watch that first and then come back and check this video out, because we're gonna be talking about the end of that movie. So of course there's gonna be spoilers, you have been warned. So at first glance, it just seems like this really cool vintage car. It's the 1960s prologue to the movie. We see Iris and Paul driving it moments before Death's big strike on that huge tower. But then, without warning, the same car shows up again decades later, closing out the story just as it began. Now, no other vehicle was framed like this, so it kind of begs the question, was it symbolic? Was it just a coincidence? Was it aesthetic? What was it? Now to figure this out, I did do some digging on the internet trying to figure out what other fans are kind of coming up with. Now some fans believe that the red car signals a loop in time. It's a clue that Bloodlines may not just be a prequel, but part of a larger recursion. Kind of like how in Final Destination 5, it's secretly connected back to the very first film, kind of going that route. It's basically just Death showing us that the pattern just restarted and never really stopped at any point. Now in this universe, Death isn't just a being that can go and talk to these characters and let them know what's about to happen to them and kind of hunt them in a physical form. It does a lot of foreshadowing. We've seen this with broken fans, flickering lights, and even in song lyrics on the radio, things like that. And some people believe that the car is another one of those signs, a silent mechanical warning that someone's number is about to come up. The movie is called Bloodlines for a reason. This isn't just about random accidents happening to random people. This is about fate passed down through generations, which is one of the coolest parts about that movie. And the car is the same, not because it's a supernatural type of thing going on, but because the curse is here and it's showing itself in a physical form. It's a visual metaphor. Death doesn't just forget its origins and where it came from and what the job is that it needs to do. And then some fans think that it's just a visual thing, harping back to the beginning of the movie, just as a fun little nod, you know, blink and you miss it, but if you catch it, it's there for you. But even if that's the case, the way that it's framed right before another big disaster hits, kinda creepy. And Final Destination has always played in the background where everyday objects become instruments of fate, and I don't think the car is any different. And if you look at the opening scene with that red car and you look at the final scene with the red car, you can kind of see some similarities there as far as the car is there, and it feels out of place. More so in the final shot of the movie, it just feels like something that's pulled out of a different time period and it shouldn't be there at all. And even if you look at the color of the car, it's a bright red, and that could be a symbol for blood, it could be one for danger. It's kind of just this huge visual alarm clock that something is about to go horribly wrong. And this franchise is no stranger to visual deception. If you saw my breakdown of Final Destination 3, you're gonna know that the roller coaster premonition just doesn't really fully add up. There is a missing link on how it plays out. If you haven't checked it out, I'll leave a link for it in the description. Now the red car in Final Destination Bloodlines might be some kind of anomaly, something that just doesn't make sense unless you're really looking for it, but once you see it, it kind of changes everything. I mean, the red car is more than just a prop. It could be Death's signal, the loop is restarting, or even just the curse itself manifesting itself in the physical world, passed down like an heirloom. Really, however you interpret it, one thing is clear: Bloodlines isn't just a prequel to the series, it's the beginning and the end. But what do you all think? Is the red car just some background noise, or is it something more sinister? Let me know in the comments. And like I said before, if you haven't seen my other video talking about the roller coaster in Final Destination 3 and how there's some weird plot holes to that, check it out right here. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.